Hey guys, so we wanted to do a video and talk to you about the importance of following up with people that you've contacted. We cannot stress enough how important this is. This is going to be the basis for your entire
Yep.
business. It is probably ranked up right below product knowledge because you can reach out to people and you don't hear back from them. Or they say, oh, yeah, it sounds good. I want to join your team, but they don't.
Right. I think of following up in several different ways. So when I send cold messages sometimes, I can see that people have read my message, but they have not replied. And if it's people like I'm not really, that I don't really know that well, I'll give them a few days before I send them a message again, maybe a week. And I'll just say, hey, I was just checking in, seeing if you had a chance to read my message. I would love to be able to discuss Plexus with you more. Do you have any questions or do you have any interest? I always want to follow up with a question at the very end so they have a chance to reply back. Granted, sometimes they still don't reply.
So, and I want to hit on something that she said, okay? The fact that you send the message and you see that they saw it, and then you check back with them and she asked, hey, have you had a chance to see my message? And to me, I want to touch on that just for a second because it's very important. Okay, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to bug them. You know, they've seen the
Don't want to be
message.
too pushy,
Right. But
but
think about your daily life, okay? You get a message notification. You see who it's from. So you saw it. It's going to say that you saw it. But did you really have a chance to read it? Maybe, maybe not. And that to me is a very important reason to do exactly what she said. You don't want to be pushy. Just send them a message and be like, hey, I wanted to check and see if you had a chance to, read my message. Because maybe they didn't. Maybe they saw that it wasn't something that they needed to respond to
yeah.
immediately.
And you can always put in that message like, oh, I totally understand you're really busy. I just wanted to check in to see if you had a chance to read it. Because you guys, you wouldn't be surprised at how many people that have messaged me back saying, thank you for being so patient with me. I've been so busy. Or I really appreciate you following up with me because I totally forgot. So instead of having your mindset set on negativity and not wanting to be too pushy, have it set on the positive of how life happens. People get busy. So if you're like, we have Plexus on our mind 24/7. They don't. So you have to kind of keep up with that, and it's not being pushy when you're following up. Now, also with following up doesn't mean that you're talking necessarily about Plexus all the time. It could be a comment on their photo, or your message saying, great, wow, your kids look so big at the playground, or it was really great seeing you at the grocery store the other day. That's still contact. So following up is a lot of contacts.
Yeah, and you want to make it personal with them. You don't want to just be bugging them about Plexus all the time because they're going to annoy and you're going to get blocked. Can't tell you how many times that's happened. Okay, so you want to build that rapport with them first and carry on the conversation other than Plexus. Okay, so just like she said, hey, how's your day going? Oh, hey, I saw you had a birthday the other day. Happy birthday. I'm sorry I couldn't have been there. Or your kid had a birthday. Hey, how was it? Did he get a lot of, good toys? Did he have fun? And then once you have that rapport established, then ask him about it. Oh, hey, by the way, since we're already talking, I sent you a message the other day or the other week, and I didn't get a response. So I just want to make sure that you had a chance to read it. And that's a good thing to do because I can't tell you how many people, especially her, it's
Right.
happened more with her than it has me,
Yeah.
that saw that she messaged 2 months ago and she followed up with them and they saw it, but they didn't read it,
Yes.
and then they ended up joining our team.
And you also have to think, guys, sometimes the timing is just not right for people. So, for instance, I messaged one of our teammates actually, that has joined recently months ago, and I was telling her about Plexus, and she wasn't ready to spend the money on it. A few months passed, and she messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm ready." So as long as you're still keeping in contact, the timing may not be right now for some people, or it may, or in a couple months they might say, hey, I think I'm ready, or you might message them back in a couple months and say, hey, I just want to check in with you. I know you said that in May you weren't quite ready, but now it's July and it's ending summer and this would be a great opportunity for you to try it, and then they might join. So just keep in mind that sometimes the timing is just not right for people, and following up will keep them in the loop of what you're doing, and it's not just a fad thing that you're doing.
And another thing that she does a lot and she tries to get me to do and I need to improve on is when you're talking to somebody and they're like, well, I am interested, but this, right now is not a good time, is schedule a time.
Yes, that's what I just got here. Tara and other people use calendars, and I'm probably going to have to start getting to that point pretty soon because literally, guys,
That's
whoa, this way.
It's reimbursements.
Holy moly. Change my paper on me.
This list is a lot bigger.
Okay, this list shows the people, wrong way, that I need to follow up with. Now, I have some dates next to it saying, hey, these people, you know, that was probably dates that people said contact me then. So obviously I'm going to contact them then. But keeping a list like this or keeping some calendar where, you know, hey, on Saturday I contacted these 5 people. I need to make sure I follow up with, you know, these 2 by next Saturday so that, you know, I'm on track with my follow-ups. Also, I would really, really recommend this or a calendar for your already sponsored ambassadors. I know are we done with new people? Like talking about following up with potentials?
Sure.
Okay.
We can name it 2 things we can do.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, I know I've mentioned it a couple times on Zoom in another call or video that I did, but the importance of following up with your sponsored ambassadors and your customers, especially with the 7-day challenge coming up. It is just key, guys, because we've had several fall off that I think we could have potentially saved because 1, they probably weren't drinking enough water. 2, they probably weren't taking their products correctly. And 3, I don't think they felt like this was really doing something for them.
Or one thing that I've experienced with a couple people is they didn't take the time to figure out how the products work best for them. So like I had one ambassador that she just figured out that, okay, well, I was drinking the Slim and then eating like 20, 30 minutes later the way the directions say and the way you told me to,
Right.
but it makes my stomach upset. Well, she recently figured out by just trying it again that eating before she drinks the Slim, she's fine. So
Yes.
that's a big thing is follow up with them because, you know, they may be like, oh, well, I just don't like it. It's hurting my stomach or this or that. Well, if you don't follow up with them, you don't know, and they're just going to stop taking it and delete their backup order. So follow up with them
Right.
because you may have an insight, or you can contact us or your upline if you're not on our team watching this, and you might have, you know, be able to get some insight to help them through it.
Right. And going along with what he was saying about that. Oh, I just lost my train of thought. Following up, and that's what I was going to say. There has also been a few, I believe, that I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, I'm not going to think of it in just a minute. Going and checking on, and another part of following up is sometimes, I don't know if we want to go there yet. We might go there.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
So, we're going to go ahead and just close this out. We don't want it to get too long. But we cannot stress enough following up. Following up is, like, seriously, like, instead of knowing your products so you can explain to people what they are, what's in them, and what they do, is probably the most important thing that you could do in this type of business. If you don't follow up with people, you will not succeed in this business. That's my personal opinion. Because if you don't follow up with them, they're going to forget. They're going to get busy. They're just not going to do it.
There's not going to feel that relationship with you, and that's what we're in this for, is relationship marketing. So if you're not having that contact with them at least weekly, guys, getting, like I was saying, getting the calendar and putting on your ambassadors on Friday follow-ups. Every Friday, I'm checking in with my ambassadors, or maybe, you know, once you get a larger team, if you're having 30 or 40 level 1s, maybe you have to do it 3 times a week to separate those times. But every ambassador should be checked on weekly, at least.
All right, well, we're going to be doing some more videos. We're going to be adding them to the Blooming Jules channel. We're going to be doing some stuff where people can find them publicly. So if you are on our team watching this, I hope you learned something. And if you're not, contact us. We can help you out. Bye, guys.
Bye.